everyone, my name is Ella Whitaker and I am an elite independent presenter for Younique. Today's video is to talk to you about our Touch foundations, which are our newest products that came out within the last couple months. And basically I'm going to give you a step-by-step of how I put it on and how I use the product. So to start off my regimen, I of course use the Younique skincare. I start off with a cleanser to wash my face, which is the Awake cleanser. Then I use a refresher or astringent, which is our rose water. Then I use our brilliant moisturizer to moisturize my skin, of course. And then always before you put on your foundations, the best product that we have within our line is our glorious primer. And your primer is going to make your complexion completely smooth and flawless and will act as a great adhesive to your foundation. So if you have any wrinkles or any other blemishes that are on there, it'll just smooth out your skin, so the texture when you put on the foundations will be very smooth. It won't look chalky. So besides that point, of course, you want to know that all of our products are hypoallergenic, paraben-free, cruelty-free, and naturally based. So besides using a very, very good product that looks great, it's also going to be great for your skin too, where you're not going to put any chemicals on there. So to start off, Touch has actually two foundations. They have a cream foundation and a powder foundation. Now, some people do only buy one or the other. I do highly recommend to use both. And why you want to use both is because when you use a cream, that's going to be pretty much like your liquid foundation. It's going to be obviously the step before you use your powder. So you put the cream on to cover all your blemishes, any redness that you have in your face, and then you go on with your powder to set it. So as far as colors are concerned, if you're more of a fair color, you're going to go with the lightest colors that are within our color scheme, and you can find that online on any of your Younique websites, which is my own, rockyourlashes.com. And for my own skin color, which I'm not necessarily fair, but I don't like to tan because like anyone else, I don't want to be out in the sun and catching a lot of rays when you can get a lot of skin damage from the harmful rays that are out there. So I go from anything from velour to chiffon. What I do is I buy the closest skin color to my own in regards to the product, and then I also buy one or two shades above myself just in case I do go in the sun and get some sun. So you never want to look like your face is a different color than your whole body. So when you're checking your product, obviously check it on your neck and not your face, because your face is always going to be more redder than what the rest of your body is. Especially when you're tanning too, you don't tan evenly. Your whole body does not tan evenly whatsoever. So you always want to check on your neck, and then you're going to use your foundations on your face. All right, so I'm going to start off with velour. And then I also have bought taffeta and chiffon, like I said, which are a couple shades up. I'm going to start off with the cream, and what brushes I'm going to use, as I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to use a foundation brush for the cream. I'm also going to use a concealer brush just to do some of my dark spots on my face. I'm also going to use a blush brush, which is a contouring brush also from Younique, and our Power Puff, which is going to be for the powder. So I'm going to start off by applying the cream. So once you get your product, you get also a sponge on here. Now you can definitely use the sponge to do a quick application. We come in beautiful compacts like this where you're on the go, take it with you. If you don't want to have any sheen on your face, definitely take the powder with you during the day and do some touch-ups if you need to. You can use the sponge, but for the cream, please do not press very heavily onto the product itself. Do not scrape it out, because a little goes a long way. You do not want to cake this on your skin. The product doesn't look caked on whatsoever, but if you're going to put a lot of product on your skin, it's just going to look too much. So just use a little bit, dab it on, and then apply it onto the skin. I'm going to use a foundation brush because I like the coverage from that. And so what I'm going to do is just dip it in here. Okay, and I'm going to apply underneath the eyes first. Just start off there, and I'm just going to use the excess and apply it across the face. Now, when you're applying any product, You want to apply it on a downward motion and not up, because you do not want it to go into your pores. Okay, and I already have some blemishes on my face. Unfortunately, I do break out, and I break out at certain times of the month, which is sometimes natural for women. So I am going to work down my face, and I always start on my cheeks and always go down. And then I apply it to the nose. And so make sure you're putting enough coverage all over your face. And then you're going to do on your forehead. Now, the Touch foundations, if you see some of the results online, it's absolutely remarkable. It does cover all of your imperfections on your face. You do want to apply it evenly. And these foundation brushes and all the brushes from Younique are natural hairs. However, no animals have been killed or harmed in any way to obtain the actual fibers or bristles. Okay, and always apply all over your face, including your eyelids. Now, if you find that some brushes are a little bit too harsh for your skin, especially around the sensitive eyelids and under the eyes, I actually don't have any issues with this. Just to avoid any stretching of the skin, you can use your concealer brush to pat down the product. So as you can already see, it's already giving me an even complexion with the cream. And so this is going to act like your liquid foundation, like I said. And what I would even do is not only always extend into your hairline, you don't want to look like you're having a mask, and then always apply underneath. So you extend that part too. As you can see, I did have a lot of redness in my face, and the product has totally eliminated that. Now, I'm sure you can see some of my imperfections on my face. So what I'm going to do is, because I have a little sun and I get not very much sleep during most times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my concealer brush or a small bristle brush, and I'm going to add a little bit more highlighting where my bags are. And I am going to add a little bit more lighter areas that are dark. I'm going to make them a little bit lighter. So for instance, my eyeshadows are going to go on beautifully because there is a natural and neutral color on my eyelids. So back, I'm going to go back underneath here, and as you can see, I'm just adding a little bit more, and I'm going to pat this down because you do not want to stretch underneath your eyelids, like I said. So I did have a blemish right here, upper lip area. Okay, so that is your complexion. As you can see, that was the cream. And now what I'm going to do is, before I go into the same color, which is the velour, and use the exact same powder to put on my face, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to apply some contouring with the chiffon. So some quick contouring that you don't need highlighting contour. I'm going to show you some quick contouring moves. So what I'm going to take is this angle brush, and I'm going to dap it on a little bit, and I'm going to take off the excess by tapping it off. Now, the places that I want to contour is obviously my cheekbone areas, a little bit of my forehead because I have I would think, a medium-sized forehead, and any other areas that I want to hide. And basically what you want people to see is the mid part of your face, and then the rest of this is going to be contoured, and that's the whole beauty of contouring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this to the top of my hairline. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit more, and I'm going to do this on the edges here. And the reason why I went a couple shades darker is because that's what's going to show the contouring. You want it a couple shades darker. If you want it really dark, you're going to have more of a dramatic look. So what I'm going to do is do it on an angle, and I'm going to go down my cheekbone area to make it a little bit more accentuated. And as you can see, on this side, it does not, this side already looks like it's indented and sucked in, where this side still looks really round, if you can see that. I'm going to do this one side too, and what you do is you can go down your chin line to make a darker shadow too, so it really shows that you have a chiseled edge right here. So here we go. As you can see, I'm going to keep on going around here, and you're going to make a half moon. You're going to go around. Now, I even go as far as doing the inside of my nose to make my nose look thinner. So as you can see, the amazing dramatic look on one side versus the other. So I'm going to go back to this side, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm just going to do a quick contour. And I'm going to do this side also. I'm going to do a half moon. So I'm just doing this really quickly. Okay, so as you can see, that shows a little bit of indentation. And then basically I'm going to go back with the velour, and I'm going to apply this to my whole face. And the reason why I'm doing this is because you want to blend all the contouring, all the dark spots that you put in, and you want to make it look as natural as possible. So I always apply in a circular motion. And the reason why you do it in a circular motion is because you're going to make it look completely flawless. You're not sweeping and making lines with the product. You're really getting it in to your skin. But don't be worried, because the primer is actually serving as a base to your whole complexion here. And so I always go down to the neck, and as you can see, those are the end results of the Touch foundation. It looks completely like satin, beautiful finish. It's more of a medium coverage where it's not heavy like some of the MAC foundations that you might have, which are specifically and mostly used by professionals. For everyday wear, you're going to look like you're completely fresh. You're going to have a matte complexion, and you're not going to have any sheen on your face. So it's very, very quick that you can use this. You can use it within 5 minutes. You don't have to do any contouring. So if you want to have a shorter process and they have whole makeup regime for the cream to the powder, just use the cream first and then use the powder second. And it's a very quick, simple process that you can have done in 5 minutes and less. So thank you very much. Thank you for looking at my tutorial and looking me up. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, message me on my Facebook page or personally message me. Thank you. Have a great day.